It's Sunday night here in the hangar, and the TSI World Bees look for another 2 points in their push for the playoffs. There's just one obstacle standing in their way this weekend, and that is the third place Swindon Wildcats, who've beaten the Bees on 6 separate occasions this year, including pre-season challenges. The Cats currently are bouncing back off of a win last night at home to the Telford Tigers 5-4, which obviously co-commentator Tom Graham was at last night. Tom, the Cats are a bit under strength at the moment with a couple of injuries for setting aside, but a good win last night.
Yeah, I'd say a couple of guys, as we'll see when the lineups come up in a bit, out tonight, and some key players as well, but as you say, it was a good win. It was a really entertaining game actually, from a fan's perspective, real good pace to it, and some really, a hard-fought win at the end of the day, hard-fought win to get those 2 points, and it's going to be a tough one tonight for the Cats.
The Bees with one game this weekend. It's just the Wildcats here. They currently sit 8th following the game between the Raiders and Solway Sharks last night. The Raiders winning 5-3 thanks to a hat-trick from Coy Prevo. 2 goals from Owen Gardner for the Sharks. I mean, the Raiders go up to 7th. The Bees and the Sharks currently tied on points on 37. The Bees have the head-to-head advantage. Tom saying the Cats winning 5-4 last night. 2 goals for Glenn Billing and Colby Tower. So it's them in 3rd. Kind of in a no-man's land now at this point. Maybe 7 points away from Milton Keynes Lightning. Is doable but difficult, and now 9 points clear thanks to the whole Seahawks having a really couple of bad weeks, including losing here and in Swindon last weekend. Tom, the table, obviously Wildcats got their official playoff qualification thing last night thanks to that Sharks loss, but in terms of the bottom end of the table, Telford in 6 now are no longer safe. It's 4 teams fighting for 3 spots. Yeah, definitely.
Telford, as you say, they're particularly with the fact they've played more games now than the Raiders and the Bees, are looking over their shoulder. It's a big opportunity here for the Bees tonight. As you said, I think we said it last week, every kind of 2 points is going to be vital, every point is going to be vital, and yeah, it's going to be a real scrap between those 4 sides to get those 3 playoff spots, and unfortunately, one team is going to miss out at the end of the season.
Well, we'll have these scores from around the league at the period breaks and occasionally when Tom remembers to check his phone during the game. Elsewhere tonight, the Raiders are away in Leeds. That's a 5:15 face-off. Hull Seahawks take on the Solway Sharks at 5:30. They're the 2 games that probably matter the most to Bees fans this evening. 5:30, the Peterborough Phantoms take on the Bristol Pitbulls, and then the one game that means more to the Cats fans if you're watching, 6 o'clock, the Telford Tigers and the Milton Keynes Lightning get us underway. Here as the mascots take to the ice, we can bring you the team lineups. Firstly for the TSI World Bees, 2 Adam Ross-Bottom, 5 Ollie Nags, 9 Vanya Antonov, 11 Zane McKenzie, 17 Harry Harkup, 18 Ryan Webb, 19 Will Stead, 21 Marcel Balaz, 23 Dominic Gabay, 24 Dan Rose, 29 Gianni Vitali, 73 Ed Bradley, 74 Liam Morris, 75 Brendan Baird, and 94 Stuart Mogg. Netminders 36 Brett Shepherd, 44 Britton Priest, not icing. Aidan Dowsey sorted out injured, Josh Kelly out long-term injured. Harvey Stead, this is game 9 of 9 on the suspension list. He is back on Saturday in the Link Centre. And I'm trying to think who the last one is. Ty Cathcart is away with Slough. And Josh Smith is also not icing tonight. Tom, obviously the man you probably have to pick tonight after his performance last Sunday is Gianni Vitali, and the not totally awkward conversation we had to have with his mum after the game.
Yeah. Sorry for not knowing that Mrs. Vitali was in the rink last week. We were not informed of this. But yeah, he was the standout performer. 2 goals, 2 primary assists in that game, and he put the team on his back in the 3rd period to kind of drag them to those 2 points.
Speaking of 2 points, the Wildcats side tonight, after they get 2 points last night in Telford, I believe there's only 1 change from last night's Wildcats team.
Yep.
And the team tonight is as follows. 3, Balin Picosdi, 11, Chris Jones, 13, Sam Bullis, 14, Dylan Lipsey, 21, Luke Johnson, 22, Colby Tower. I believe they forgot the shirt back at the Link Centre, so he's in 22 tonight, which I believe is the replacement shirt. 24, Tyler Plews, 26, Gail Llewellyn, 28, Stevie Whitfield, 71, Edgar Bebris, 72, Glenn Billing, 77, Josh Shaw, 78, Jamie Smith, 89, Thomas Malasinski, netminders 30, Rennie Marr, 62, Tyler Perry, and bench coach this evening, Aaron Nell. Not icing for the Wildcats, 8, Alfie Druitt, 16, Reed Sayers, 19, the aforementioned Aaron Nell, 27, Russ Cowley, who's the only other scratch from last night, 61, Sam Godfrey. Tom, a difficult one last night. The team felt like it scrapped through. This is a team that really has to dig deep tonight.
Yeah, as you say, you've got five guys out of the lineup. You've got some really key guys. Obviously, Aaron Nell being the most notable, but Russ Cowley, key player, Sam Godfrey, key piece of that defence, and Reed Sayers, he's had a really good season in the middle 6 staple for this team. So, having had a tough game last night, this is going to be a really, really tough test for the Wildcats. The Bees, they're going to be up for it. They've got to go out and go for this 2 points. And the Cats with the short bench are going to have to really grind it out if they're going to want to get anything out of this game.
In the 2 previous trips here so far this year in the league in particular, we've both felt that when the Wildcats have tried to sit back and absorb pressure, they've been a lot more susceptible to giving up goals. It's when they've been going all out on the attack that they've been a lot better. Tonight, they're really stuck in a crossroads. They can't really go full guns blazing, as it were. They have to kind of be able to soak up this pressure from a Bees top line that has scored a lot of points recently. Yeah, definitely.
They're going to have to play a really smart road game. Obviously, there's still strength in this Wildcats team for sure. There's some the top 2 lines are really, really strong still. You've got a really hard-working third line. You've got a solid defence, and in net, Rennie Marr and Tyler Perry have both performed well recently. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing to see how they cope without those key guys in the lineup. Particularly, it just removes the depth that they've had, which has been one of the big strengths they've had in this matchup so far this season.
The Wildcats just taking to the ice behind us in their red shirts this evening. I believe this is due to the fact they only got 1 period of usage out of them last night against Telford.
This may be why we've actually got Colby in 22 then, because I think his red shirt was the shirt off the back last night. So
that's probably
potentially this is the issue.
Our officials for this evening, I'm well aware I'm putting Nick under the cosh as he's multitasking behind us. Our officials this evening in the Water Wings of Power are Mr. James Irons and Mr. Hugh Poulton. Linesman, Mr. Pavel Olshak, Mr. Flynn Sitch Cunningham. As we wait, the Bees being let out by Britton Priest down below us. Surrounded by the walking wounded, as we call them down here below.
Yeah, it's a long season, and both teams, are starting to those knocks and those injuries are just starting to stack up for everyone around the league right now.
Well, as I said, the Bees with 1 game this weekend. Will the extra night's rest do them any favours against the Cats team? They ran close here last time. Thomas Malasinski was the turning point in it. Can the Bees bounce back and finally beat the Wildcats on home ice? We'll find out with the first period in about 2 minutes' time following tonight's national anthem.
If you are able to do so, please rise for tonight's national anthem.
It's Sunday night in the hangar, and time for the Bees to take another step in that push for the playoffs. We're in that final 7 weeks now of the season. Every point counts. Even if the Bees can somehow steal 1 point from this, it'll be a point gained against the Wildcats team in third. Starting netminder this evening, firstly for the home side, the TSI World Bees, Britton Priest starting goal. He comes into tonight with a 15, 16 and 3 record. An 883 save percentage, 4.18 goals against average in 1,965 minutes exactly in the crease. At the other end for the Swindon Wildcats, it's Rennie Marr. He comes into tonight 28, 9 and 2 on the year, an 885 save percentage, 3.58 goals against average in 2,263 minutes in the crease. He has 2 shutouts on the year, and last night picked up the W. He got 4 goals on 23 shots, and as I am legally obliged to say every time he is in the building, because otherwise Tom will not let me get away with it, he did score here last season.
He did. Never ever going to let that one die.
Well, you won't let me. That's part of the problem.
Yeah, it's part of my terms and conditions for coming and doing this now.
Duco commentary must mention Rennie Mars scored every visit the Wildcats have.
Yes.
Hope you enjoy joining us here tonight.
I don't ask for much.
No.
I don't ask for much. That's one of those things.
You need a better negotiator next year.
I need a new agent, clearly.
Scott Boris.
Yeah.
As we await the teams getting ready. For the first period. Referee James Irons calls them in. Looks like we're going with the second unit of Vitali, Rose and Rossbottom. Against the Wildcats top line for the night. Pekozdi, Billy and Malasinski. So there's been a few changes this weekend with the Wildcats and the short bench. Glenn Billing wins the opening draw. We are underway in period number 1 with a very, very fast offside. Face off in neutral ice. Bear with us, we will get the clock fired up shortly. Nick working his magic behind us. Bees with it from behind the net. Morris attempts to flick out play. Billing, well, sticks it up and out of bounds. Nearly takes out photographer Chris Callahan.
He's all right. He's got a helmet on for a reason.
It wasn't here last week because he was ill. This week, Glenville tries to kill him inside the first 15 seconds. Welcome back, bang. Face off to the left of Freeze.
Chris has been doing this a long time. He knows the perils of the job.
Wildcats win it back to the blue line. Smith. Fired around the boards. Llewellyn tries to leave it for Jones. Muscled off the puck by Dan Rose. Rose will backhand it out the zone. Foot race to the puck. And that will be icing. What a thrilling first 30 seconds we've had.
I was going to say, the previous couple of times we've been here, there's not been many stoppages early on in the game. We've had 3 in 30 seconds so far.
An offside and icing and a puck out of play.
Oh, let's tick all these off early.
We've also got to put up with the distraction of Josh Smith down below us, clearly watching Chelsea v Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. Trying to work out, I think it's gone to extra time.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly doing some sort of coin toss down there. Anyway, back to the game.
Back to the game. Wildcats within the zone. Whitfield across to Beveris. Beveris shot through traffic. Tower tries to tip it past Priest, but only takes it wide of the net. Back to Whitfield at the blue line. Tip in front from Llewellyn. That takes it just wide of the goal this time. Morris held against the boards now by Llewellyn. Shoveled into the corner. Back to the blue line and Beveris. Cross goal chance for Jones. That's kicked aside by Priest. Second chance opportunity blocked by Rossbottom. Down low, Tower. Finds Jones. Good work from the Cats, just keeping the Bees pinned in. This is something we have seen quite a lot this year. Shot from the blue line, tipped down in front. Saved by Priest. I'll be generous on that one. Pekozdi held up by Baird. Jones back in front to Llewellyn. Oh, sorry, Malasinski.
I was about to say, surely you recognise Thomas Malazinski from all of your years of watching Wildcats hockey?
He lives in my nightmares. Beveris. Still with it. Dumps it in. Pekozdi. Rose able to get the puck away from him. Receives a return pass, finds Vitali. He's still not able to get out of their own zone as they go for a change. Bradley will collect the puck from behind the Bees' net and lead them up ice for the first time tonight. It's only taken 2.25 minutes. Beveris is back there. Can't clear. Bradley tries to find its way up to Goodbye. Well held up by the Latvian. Goodbye now. We'll try and spin away from Pekozdi. Lino down. Big hit delivered by Josh Shaw against the half board on Bradley. Puck chased in. Boaz, who has his own special shirts on sale here tonight. Back to Bradley on the blue line. Bradley through traffic, wide. Collected by Beveris, who really should look for a change at this point. That's turned over in the Cat zone. Goodbye. Fire towards goal. Cats once again clean up. Deflected by Bradley at centre ice. Clues will flip that one off the glass. Mork will find Will Stead. Bradley gets over centre ice, fires it into the Cats zone. Stead is the first man to the puck. He's quickly dispossessed. Bradley with a loose puck, shot towards goal. Batted down and away by Plews. Kept in the blue line by Mock. For a moment, at least. Shaw will bring it the other way. He's just looking to settle everything down again, get some time on the puck. 4 minutes gone in the first. You can hear a pin drop in the crowd currently. It's,
I think you can tell that, you know, the Bees didn't play last night and they're just trying to settle into the rhythm of the game. The Wildcats obviously have had a couple of minutes of zone time, but yeah, you can tell the Bees are just trying to settle into the game, get their legs going.
Here's a breakaway opportunity the other way for the Cats. In on goal, Jones shot, maybe looking for a hooking call, nothing there from the official. As that goes wide of the net. Nags collects a loose puck. Finds Rossbottom. Flit up ice, over Vitali. Baird tries to stop the rush from Lorano. Finds Vitali, he's dispossessed quickly. 3-on-3 the other way. Vitali at the left wing, offside. And we'll have a break of play. Both teams change up. 5 minutes just under gone in the first.
The opportunity for Jones, just tried to pull it into the corner as Priest went the other way, but pulled it a bit too much and missed the net. Like as I say, just you can tell the Bees are just trying to get going as Goodbye gets a shot on net.
Shot on Mars is kicked aside. Round the boards it goes. Morris. Sees the pass, fired towards net. Tip in front, takes it just wide of the goal. Next by Malasinski, coming together there. Nothing doing. Puck cleared out the corner. Wildcats the other way, and here comes that man again. Malasinski bursting on the wing, cross-ice pass tipped away by Morris. That could have been very dangerous. A little tip away from Pecosdi. Mog carries it over centre ice, finds it round the plexi. Bebris takes it away from Balaz. McKenzie will go back to Bradley. Plays himself into trouble there. Glenn Billing on the forecheck. Shoveled out the corner. Antonov collects. And to McKenzie. Bradley up the right wing. Spins away from Bebris. Wilstead off the bench. And poke check from Bebris. Knocked loose. McKenzie backhanded. That's off the side of the cage and wide. Webb spins away from Shaw. Tries to spin away a second time. Nags comes in and cleans out the young Wildcats forward. Flipped into the opposite corner. Plews is there. Takes it away from Webb. Bradley can't keep that one in the blue line, so we'll just settle on flipping it into the zone and going for a change. Long stretch pass up ice to Dylan Lipsy. Lipsy up the left wing. Quickly closed down by Baird and Rossbottom. Morris can't quite clear the zone. Brilliant backhand pass there from Rossbottom, cross ice to Vitali. Finds Rose. Johnson for company. Finally cleared out by Jones. Attempted clearance finally gotten out of the way by Llewellyn. That's the most obvious penalty you'll see tonight. Morris, nothing malicious there, but just a sort of loose swing of the stick on Gail Llewellyn and draws the penalty. 7:22.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those where Llewellyn was away off the wing if Morris doesn't try and do something, so he's just had a little hack and, yeah, as you say, caught the stick of Llewellyn, and you're going to get a call there.
I'm going to guess slashing. I didn't see an actual.
Yeah, it was a slash.
signal.
Yeah, James Irons did signal for a slash.
So 7:22. Liam Morris sits 2 for slashing. We've got to do some quick maths here. Someone, I don't want to name any names, forgot to do a calculate earlier on the Wildcats power play. I'm going to blame someone else. Nick, maybe? Malasinski shots off the cuff of Priest and wide. Back round to Malasinski, kicked again off the deflection. Pekosny shot wide. And out the zone the other way. Wildcats power play percentage 29.45 on the year, 48 goals so far on the season. The Bees penalty kill has given up 33 goals, 77.40. Always unprepared, it's what makes us good. Malasinski behind the cage now. Back up to the blue line. Back to the Polish International down low. That sort of trickled through everyone. Priest saw it the whole way this time. Down low to Billing. Tries to return it to Tower. That's cleared by Morgan out of the zone. Cats from their own end. Pekosny into the zone. Shot saved by Priest. Rebound for Pekosny, fired wide. Race to the park, won by Will Stead. Bradley can't get away from Pekosny, but does dispossess him at the second time of asking. Breakout pass finds Will Stead. He'll carry it over the Cats' blue line. Towards net, Will Stead going on his own. Rebound loose in front. Rennie Mars sprawls out to make the save. More importantly for the Bees, that will kill a few more seconds on this man advantage.
It's not a bad power play so far for the Wildcats. As we're offside, so I can say what I was going to say. Not a bad power play effort for the Wildcats. A couple of chances created, but also some good killing from the Bees there. They've just kept the Wildcats mostly to the outside. One kind of really... A couple of decent saves there from Priest, but nothing that's overly challenged him in that power play. But yeah, I think both teams will be reasonably encouraged by their special teams so far on this first showing.
You say I should be used to seeing Thomas Malasinski tear the defences apart. I'm not used to him quarterbacking a power play.
No. Well, it's definitely a different look for the Wildcats tonight with Aaron Nell and Russ Cowley out of the lineup.
Across the blue line it goes. Inside the last 5 seconds of the man advantage, Shaw. Back to the blue line, Blues will fire through traffic into the glove of Priest. He'll hold on as the penalty expires, and we're back to 5 on 5.
Yeah, it's definitely a different look to the power play when you've not got Nell and you've not got Cowley in there in terms of who's scored back. This is the penalty, as just a slash down on the kind of high up on the stick of Leboile, and yeah, as you say at the time, going to be a fairly easy call for the official there.
It left them with no other choice. Face off left of Priest. Bees with a warning. One by Webb. Shaw able to get there ahead of Bradley. Leaves it for Bullis. That pass as far as Rossbottom. Josh Shaw with, I'm going to say, a horrendous miss on that hit.
Yeah. Not
just a bit outside. Baird dumps it into the corner. Bees go for a change even though they just had a face off, which is a weird one. I think they're going for the line matchup. Antonov has come out onto the ice, targeting maybe the third line for the Cats.
Yeah, obviously this is where in previous matches maybe the Cats have had a bit more depth when you've got Nell and Sayers in your top 6 or top 9. Obviously tonight the Wildcats are down to 9 forward, so there's a little bit less room for error and maybe a little bit more opportunity for the Bees to line match here.
A couple of turnovers in the Cats zone. We'll go back to Johnson behind the net. Pekosny. That takes a deflection. Antonov will be first to the loose puck. Backhand pass. The same McKenzie rocketed off the stick, but that finds nothing but glass. Antonov gets dispossessed by Johnson. And out the zone. Nicely waved off. McKenzie leaves it for Nags. Morris. Dispossessed. Ram comes Billing with a shot over the blocker of Priest. Wide backhands on cross ice to Morris. Finds Nags. Antonov. Finds goodbye. Beautifully worked by Dongabai. Dongabai with a chance. Brilliant save, Mar. Delay penalty coming on that one. And the Bees will get their first opportunity of the night. 11:03 time of the penalty. There's that Zane McKenzie rocket firing off the glass. I believe that's going to be a 2-minute hooky penalty.
Tripping penalty called.
Again, didn't see the official make the call. We're trying to work out maths. Stevie Whitfield sits 2 minutes in the box for tripping. The Bees power play, 38 goals on the year, 22.09%. The Wildcats penalty kill coming in tonight has given up 36 goals, 76.92% on the year. The Bees did get 2 power play goals last week here against the Hull Seahawks. Baird dumps it in, Rose. Second unit out for the Bees at the moment. Back up to Mogg. Baird. Cycling around for the Bees. Mogg will have a go through traffic. Seen by Marr the whole way. He'll hold on. Always a good fun to wait and see what the Bees bench does. Usually about 20 seconds is enough to get that top unit back out.
Yeah, they don't need that long. They don't need that long a rest.
Ride him into the ground. That's what everyone else is doing this year.
Well, I think on the power play you've just got to take advantage with those top units when you can.
Mogg steps in, looks for an option, fires one from the goal line, rebound kicked out into a dangerous area by Marr, but luckily the Wildcats are able to clear. Priest leaves it for Baird. Told you. 30 seconds. Here they come.
But, yeah, they got an extra 10 seconds
out
like that. Yeah.
Puck left for Bradley. That will kill 10 seconds of the power play themselves by leaving the puck down low. Bradley with the drop pass to Gabai. He'll step around Malasinski and Billing. Gabai taking for a lap of the zone. Looks for an option. Decides he likes it so much he's going to go around again. Gabai snaps across goal to Balaz, bounces over the stick. Whitfield will clear.
Well, it can't be Whitfield, he's in the box.
Oh, it can't be Whitfield.
It's
I just
Tyler
saw
Plews.
long hair. Plews.
It's Tyler Plews.
I just saw long hair, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Goodbye.
Sorry, if you don't know where the commentary position is in Slough, we are a long way from the play when it's down this end.
Yeah, we are on the moon, basically. Goodbye. Off the stick, bounces down to Antonov. Beveris dispossesses them and gratefully turns it over as well. Puck hanging around a bunch of skates, but he's finally able to bring it clear. Bradley. Across to Balaz, 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Down low Antonov, tries to shovel it in, and just pokes it through the crease to Gabai. Antonov again. Pinned into the boards. Cats will try and clear. Not out of the zone though, Vitali keeps it in. Bradley, down low, Gabai. Tries to shovel it under Marr, once again comes clear. Antonov back to Bradley. Cats back to full strength. Vitali with a shot, and that takes a deflection and goes wide, back to 5-on-5. Another cross-ice chance. Marr almost confused by a bobble in front, off the leg, I think. Almost another disaster for the Cats. We have one each now at both ends. Puck out the zone. He collects it at centre ice. Back to McKenzie. Across to Bradley. Tries to dump it in the corner. Dispossessed by Johnson. Bounce off the plexiglass doors, which are interesting here in Slough. Into the zone now. Lipsy tries to find Shaw. Bounces over his stick. Bullis will go down low. Lipsy. Stead will try and carry it out the zone. Just gets it over the blue line. Bradley, who's been out there for about 2 minutes now, must be looking for a change. That's a brilliant pass from Brendan Baird to set Zane McKenzie away at the right wing. Lost the handle on it. Tries to fire it around a Will Stead. That will go only to one he nags on the blue line. Stead. Through traffic, blocked in front. Lipsy sends Malasinski away. Malasinski with one man to beat. Lost the handle on it. Good work from Brendan Baird. Just dispossessing the dangerous Wildcats forward for a moment. Long stretch pass up ice. Jones finds the Welly. Tower tries to go back to Llewellyn. Nags dispossesses him. Now able to pick Vitali's pocket with another poke check from Ross Bottom. Sets Vitali away for a moment. Tower on the back check there. Jumps in front of the American. Jones backhands it across ice. Dangerous play there from the Bees, but they come away with it. Rose Shot in front is blocked. Vitali will play it into the zone. Kept in at the blue line. Bradley has a bit of space to work. Ed Bradley will fire the shot on goal. That's over the bar. That's what it. Big hit at centre ice by Plews on Antonov. Antonov tried to stand his man up, got run through. He drops it off for goodbye. He'll take 3-on-1. Spins away from the last man. Fires it cross ice to Marcel Ballas. Ballas shot. That's off the shoulder of Myron into the glove. He'll hold on. 4:15 to go in the first.
Bees have just been kind of settling into the game a little bit. It's definitely been cagey. The Wildcats have been. This is the chance that Mar just kind of knocked away. The Bees have been, I think the Wildcats have been happy to soak up the pressure as we said they would and then get the zone time when they've been able to, but the Bees have definitely started to get their legs moving now and get into the game and have had a lot more pressure in these last few minutes.
It's turned over in front, goodbye, loses the handle, Mar with a poke check, gets it away from the coach. Balaz spins away from Alsinski, finds goodbye in front, loses footing, back to Mog. Mog cross-ice pass, seems to come off the back of Bedris. Bradley gloves that one down at the blue line. Able to get away from Malasinski. Finds a wide open Don Goodbye. Antonov drops it off a Marcel Ballas shot kicked away by Mar. Not sure he knew a lot about that one. That was a really fast snapshot there from Ballas. Wildcats clear and change. Mackenzie for the Bees. Big hit by Josh Shaw, that will be icing. And a few words being exchanged.
Yeah, I think it's just words more than anything else.
I mean, it feels really unnecessary. That was a perfectly clean hit by Josh
Yeah,
Shaw.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, James Irons is just telling everyone just to calm down and get on with it.
Here it is.
Here's a hit. Yeah, it's just finishes check. Mackenzie hadn't reached the red line for the icing.
And hadn't released the puck.
So I think it's a hit. Just as you say, just words, nothing more. James Irons has told everyone to just get on with the game, and we'll get the face-off in the offensive zone.
Face-off left of Priest, won by Bullis. Back to Whitfield. Lipsy turns it. Shaw pinned it in behind the goal. Bullis able to bring it away. Spins away from Webb. Works an angle, loses the puck for a moment. Lipsy with an opportunity there, but lots of sticks in the way. And the Bees bring it away with Hallstead. Shaw finishes another check. He's learnt from the first miss. Chipped up ice. Mogg gloves that one down. Cross ice finds Willstead. Evades the check from Johnson. Wildcats, long stretch pass, foot race to the puck. Nags able to beat Tower out. That will go the whole length of the way back. 2:24 to go in the first.
Yeah, just a play there for the Wildcats, where they try to back Colby Tower's speed there. It's an ambitious pass, but you're backing that Colby Tower can just get there and beat out the icing. On this occasion, Ollie Nags did really well to keep ahead and force the puck down the far end and allow the Bees to get the change in the line matchup.
Face off left of Mar. Bees win it. Puck knocked loose, cleared by the Wildcats, and that aforementioned foot race is back on. Attempt to pass from Tower, glove down by Morris. Vitali fires it across to Rossball. Turnover loose in front. Shot, save from Mar. Inside the final 2 minutes of the first. That's turnover at the blue line. Vitali will have to go it alone. 3-on-1. Tries to find a shooting lane at least. Good work from Gianni Vitali, loose in front. Marks kind of got stuck in two minds there. He went to play with his stick, then instead kicked it out. Very rare you see really Mar making a mistake like that. Morris with the puck now. Takes it over the Cats blue line, runs into Jamie Smith. Penalty called on that one. Interference. 18:26 the time of the penalty. I'd like to see that one again. Here it is.
Here it is.
I know that's
This
the
is
target
a chance. It's a good poke in the end by Rennie Ma. I guess it's how you keep it out rather than... It's not how you keep it out, sorry, but it's just you keep it out. That did feel... I feel Jamie Smith will be a little bit disappointed with that. It did feel like he was there and the player ran into him, but, you know, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, and I don't think there was really many complaints, to be fair, from the Wildcats defenseman, so... Yeah, he's back to the power play.
Bees with a man advantage for the remainder of the first period, maybe, but here come the Cats breaking away the other way. Malicinski shot off the blocker of Priest into the netting just to the left of us. The Bees have been prone to giving up short-handed goals this year. They conceded the second most in the league this year at 10. That included giving up one last week. Face off to Priest's right. One by Balaz. Goodbye brings it away. Fires it down to Balaz. Little spin gets it away. Antonov. Bradley once again cleared by Malicinski. Priest will have to play it. Inside the final minute of the first period as Vanya Antonov leads the rush up ice. Cross ice pass finds Vitali. Drops it off for Goodbye now. Goodbye with a lane to shoot. That's wide of the net. Balaz down low. Immediately cleared. Foot race again, 2-on-2 for the Cats. The other way, dropped off now to Jones. Loses his footing off the back checking Bradley. Goodbye leads the rush the other way. Escorted round the net by Brebris. His drop passes to no one in a black shirt. Llewellyn will clear. Final 20 seconds, enough time for one last rush for the Bees. Can they get at least a shot off? Bradley carries them over centre ice. Drops off to Rossbottom. Mogg winds up, fires. Shot kicked aside by Mar. There's the one shot. No one there for the rebound. And that will do it for the first period. First period where the Bees have probably had more shots towards the end of that period. But if you're a hockey fan, we can only apologise. That wasn't the best first period we've seen all year.
No, it was cagey, and we said it before the start of the game. Swindon, with the guys missing from the lineup, would probably have to play a more maybe pragmatic style than they would usually play on the road. Or they have played on in the previous two matchups in this rink this year, and that's what we've seen. They've been quite happy to sit back and soak up pressure and just kind of try and get the zone time when they can. But the Bees have grown into that period. They got the legs moving. They were a bit sluggish, I thought, for the first half of the period. Maybe that's from not playing yesterday. But yeah, as you say, as the period's worn on, they've definitely started creating more chances.
Well, we'll be back with you in about 15 minutes' time with the scores from around the league. Annika, I wouldn't want to be you trying to find highlights for that period. Welcome back here to Slough as we shortly await the teams for period number 2. If you're still awake, well done, because that first period was quite possibly the worst we've had all year. Shots on goal in that first period, there were 10 on Britton Priest, 10 on Rennie Ma. A couple of penalties thrown in, and Tom, a first period that won't live long in the memory. No,
like we said at the end, it wasn't the best. It was very cagey. I think the Bees took a little while to get into the game. I think the Wildcats were happy to absorb pressure and play a kind of pragmatic style and try and get some breaks. So yeah, not the best that we've seen all year. Certainly not between these two teams. We've had some very entertaining games between the Bees and the Wildcats this year. This has not been one of them.
No.
But there's still time. There's still time. We've got 2 periods to go.
Hopefully, elsewhere in the league anyway. Tom, I think you've got the scores this week.
Yeah, so, I mean, my phone has just disconnected from Wi-Fi, so I can't at the right time. But we have, so far, about 15 minutes into the first period, Leeds Knights 1, Raiders 2. And in Peterborough, it's Peterborough 1, Bristol 0. A goal from Jasper Foster early in that one. I will get the rest of the scores when I can get the Wi-Fi back on my phone.
The Raiders winning in Leeds. Fantastic. I blame Tom.
What did I do?
As the Wildcats led out by Rennie Ma, return for the second period. 27 seconds left on the Jamie Smith minor to kill. The officials have joined us. Bees led out by Britton Priest once more for this second period. Once again, we'd like to promise that this period will be a lot better than the first, but...
Well, you can't make any promises, but we hope. We
Well,
can certainly hope for it.
I can hope so, and I like to think that in terms of quality, the bar has been set very low.
Yeah, it's true. It's
so
true.
low, it might actually be on the floor.
That is true, and like I say, I feel like the Bees did grow into that first period. They certainly created more towards the end. The Wildcats still look dangerous on the break. So, yeah, I think it's certainly one of those games that needs a goal. It needs a goal.
Well, the Bees have 27 seconds to farm on this man advantage. As we await the Zamboni door just being shut below us, what the reason for the small delay. Hugh Poulton pulls them in. We are underway with period number 2. And Glenn Billing fires that one into the B zone. The Bees will have maybe time for one chance, or at least just a setup. Bebris immediately shuts that down before I can finish the line. Goodbye. From his own blue line, chipped head, almost runs off over the stick. The mark out of his net to play it. Fired around the boards. Clues will beat goodbye to the puck, and the Wildcats turn to full strength. Malasinski, dangerous play by his own cage. Able to fire up ice to Pekosdi. Pekosdi will skate straight at his D-man, dispossessed. Antonov, heavy hit from Tyler Plews. Awkward landing more than anything. The Bees bench doesn't like it. Billing leaves it for Malasinski. Antonov up on his feet, dispossesses the forward. Malasinski winds up, fires. That one is blocked by Mogg. Finds Antonov. Bees the other way. 4-on-2 chance here. Fired across the Ross bottom. Good work in front from Bebris back to Balaz. That's saved by Marr. Malasinski to Bebris. Over the blue line. Shot on goal. Has somehow found its way in. Beat everyone, including the goal judge. But Edgars Bebris lights the lamp. 21-19 time of the goal.
Well, the Eagle celebration from Edgars Bebris. I'm going to have to see on the replay how this one went through, because I must have confessed I thought that Priest had saved it. So well, here we go.
Nick's broken out the super slow-mo for this one.
Through, and it just handcuffs Priest. It just handcuffs Priest and goes kind of over glove and stick and in under the crossbar. Yeah, just a real shot from nothing from Edgars Bebris, and it's just found a way through.
What a way for the Cats to take the lead. Nice. Bebris from Malasinski is the Cats' first goal of the night. Assist number 49 on the year for Thomas Malasinski. Goal number 4 for Edgars Bebris heading into tonight. That's turned over at the Bees blue line. Chris Jones in the other way. Steps around his man. Jones shot wide of the goal this time. Smith plays it down deep. Vitali pins to the half boards. Takes a pass to Llewellyn. Is not clear. Bees the other way. Vitali. Drop pass. Shot on goal. Saved by Marr. Rebound. Good work from Jamie Smith and front to stop the shot coming away from Anna Rossbottom. He was on clean-up duty. Cats, long stretch pass. Bees getting each other's way. Webb and Mogg collide. Finds his way back to Ryan Webb. He will go to McKenzie. He'll try and step around Jamie Smith. Zane McKenzie puts the afterburners on. Backdoor chance. Ryan Webb saved Marr. Good move from the Bees. Held up now by the door. Zane McKenzie with a, let's call it petty, removal of Josh Shaw's stick from his hand for a moment there. Those two are carrying on the beef from the first period.
So they're having a bit of a running battle tonight, those two.
Cats turn the puck over. Smith round the boards. Shaw deposited into the boards by Morris and McKenzie. And misses that one. Marr out of his net to play the puck as it's dumped in. Whitfield. Round the boards, foot race. Billing will get there. Chipped on ahead to Lipsy. Attempted clearance batted down by Malasinski. And that's fired away by Antonov. Bees break the other way. Balaz. Puck finds its way to Goodbye. Goodbye chance. Save Mar. Rebound again. Save Mar. Still loose. Whistle blows as Antonov on the follow-up. Good save there by the big Scotsman.
Game opening up just a little bit. A good reaction this from the... There's Tay McKenzie just swiping Josh Shaw's stick away. A good response to the Bees from going behind. Elsewhere in the league, the Phantoms are now... I've got my Wi-Fi back. That lead score is the end of the first now. The Phantoms are now 2-0 up, and after 4 minutes 51 seconds, it's the Hull Seahawks 3, the Solway Sharks 1. Not much defending in sight in the opening few minutes there in Humberside.
Thank you, Tom. Bebris tries to clear the puck. If there's one thing you'll learn from the stream is that if there's any small petty moment in the game, Nick will find it and will replay it. He loves that. Shot comes in off the post from Bradley. Well, I would say wheeled away in celebration, but and then throws a really bad hit on Bannon Pekosti. Antonov carries it over the blue line. Another coming together in front as Antonov snaps a shot on goal. Mar saves. Losing Goodbye just to tangle her legs there, and Goodbye falls down.
Yeah, nothing in that one. Just two fairly big guys coming together. Not sure what to say about that one. There we go. From the end, from the camera we wanted it. There's the effort in.
In a way, it's a very good screen.
Yeah, it is a good screen. Yeah, not intentional.
Distraction.
Maybe not an intentional screen from Don Goodbye, but a screen nonetheless. Good save by Mar.
Face off to Mar's right. Llewellyn will fire it up ice straight to Tower. Can't get under control. That will bounce all the way through to Britton Priest. He'll hold on. Face off immediately goes from one end to the other.
Yeah, nice. A good play that from the Wildcats. You know, if that pass comes off, then Tower's through on a breakaway. If not, you at least get the face off in the opposition's the opposition's defensive zone. Your offensive zone. Don't know what I was trying to say there.
Words are hard.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes.
Bees win the draw. Vitali drops it off for Baird. Dispossessed on the attempted pass. That's almost turned over by Johnson. Dangerous there. Trying to get him around Ross bottom. Kicked away from that pile by Tower. Finds Plews. Llewellyn can't get her away from Baird. Jones on clean-up duty. Coming together there between the two players. Bees looking to break out. Johnson will be first to the loose puck. Ross bottom for company. Tower leaves it for Jones. Clues' attempted pass blocked by Webb. Held up in the lines of his feet. Wildcats finally able to knock it into the B zone. Morris spins away from that check. Fired off the boards to no one in particular. Lipsy will find Shaw. Steps away from Morris and loses his footing. McKenzie will come the other way. 3-on-3 chance. McKenzie at the right wing looking for a pass. Cross goal. Wilstead not able to get the stick down. Good work from Jamie Smith once again. That one just leaves the zone. Mogg will fire it in. Smith. Able to find Shaw. 2-on-2 chance. Josh Shaw shot. Save Priest. Rebound again. Big save Priest. There. Balaz. High flip. Foot race to it. Miles calling for an icing when that's own goal.
Yeah, puck on its side and kind of rolled in on Renimar there.
Saw it very late, I think.
Good second save on the follow-up there. Good save by Priest. Shaw doing the right thing, following in his own rebound.
Face off 2 miles left. Just over 6 minutes gone here in the second. Won by Billing. Bedris around the boards. Whitfield. Finds Balaz. Wildcats doing good work on the back end, just preventing this top B's line from getting any opportunity in front of goal. It's all behind the net plays. High stick has been called on the play there by Mogg. Neutral zone face-off coming up. by Billing once more. Whitfield. Long stretch past to Malasinsky. Immediately drops off to Pekosdi and then immediately goes offside. Right idea, wrong execution on that one.
Yeah, one of those where, yeah, as you said, the idea was good, the execution not quite right. Just didn't get one of those plays you have to get the timing right on, and they just didn't quite get that right. But we'll go the face-off just outside the beat zone.
Whitfield. Over to Malasinsky, tipped ahead. Puck finds its way round to Gabai. Wayward pass by the Slovak. Malasinsky can't get it round Bradley. Pekosdi now carries it over the blue line. Batted down, loses for Malasinsky. That would have been brilliant had it gone in. Good save from Priest once more. Puck out of the zone. Bebris away from Balaz. Over the blue line around Antonov. Dispossessed there on the back end by Baird. Antonov will carry it the other way. Drops it off for Balaz. Two Cats company. Fans want a penalty, nothing there. Bebris, trailing man, over to Whitfield. Dumped in the zone, Bebris. Sends pass back to Malasinsky's tipped out the zone by Antonov. Clues is there. Llewellyn fans on that pass. Antonov tries to set Dan Rose away. Into that period of the game where there's more turnovers than a bakery as Tower comes into the zone. That pass out to Ross Bottom, gives it to Johnson. Jones gets it poked away from him. Bees the other way. Vitali in a foot race with Plews. Plews effortlessly holds him off the puck. Only as far as Mogg. Tip in front, trickles through. Mars sees it late but gets the stick to push it away. Plews over to Johnson. And this will start the rush the other way. Jones 3-on-2 for the Cats. Jones through the centre ice to Llewellyn. Backdoor Tower, can't get it from between his legs. That goes through the other way. Vitali hammered into the boards by Llewellyn. Jones. Round the boards to Bullis. Mogg. Can't clear that one. Jones now behind the Bees net. Cat's chance comes in over the bar. That one will leave the zone. Johnson back there to collect the loose puck. Plews helps us on the way to Shaw. Baird gets there ahead of Lipsy. He's able to get it under control. Chipped into the Cats' end. Marr out of his net to play it. There's a penalty called here, and the Wildcats look like they're going on the penalty kill here.
I was going to say, presumably will be the Wildcats on the penalty kill, given Rennie Marr had the puck on his stick. It looks like a high stick.
Yeah, high
Sam
stick
Bullis.
is called. Sam Bullis, 2 minutes of high sticks at 29:35. The Bees will get a chance on the man advantage for 2 minutes or less. They haven't looked amazing tonight. There's always time to change that. Face off at 2 miles right. One by Balaz, held up. Bebris there to clean up. Malasinsky turns, fires that the length of the ice. Goodbye, back to collect. Bees into the zone, Antonov. Drops off to Balaz. That's given away. Bradley can't stop that from leaving the zone. Prince will go back to collect. Goodbye. No look between the legs pass to no one. And Whitfield is able to clear. Balaz finds Bradley. Antonov at the left wing. Fired across. Here's the breakaway chance off that pass to Vitali. Malasinsky the other way. One man to beat. Winds up. Fires. Shot. Save. Priest. He'll hold on. With 1:07 left on the Bees power play.
So far, not really any zone time to speak of for the Bees on this power play. The Wildcats doing a good job to keep the puck the other way. That's a break, and Malazinski will take that. He'll take the, if you're not going to get the goal, you at least get the freeze in the offensive zone, get a change, and kind of get a chance to reset on the penalty kill.
Face off to Priest's right. One by Balaz. One minute left on the man advantage. Vitali carries into the zone. That drop pass tipped away by Jones, cleared by Blues. Priest on knee fires it up the boards to Vitali. Carries it into the zone now. Vitali skates right at Edgar's Bebris, round the back of the net, met in by sandwich of Blues and Bebris. Antonov tries to get past Tower, not cleared there. Kept in the blue line by Baird. Goodbye, tries to find Vitali, cleared by Blues once more.
Yeah, again, some more excellent work on this PK from Swindon. I think you've just got to feel that at some point in this game, the Bees are going to have to pick the pace up a little bit and try and just take advantage of the Cats being shorter bench than usual and having the extra game in yesterday.
Pass from Mogg fired across the Brennan bed. He kicks out the zone, unfortunately. Llewellyn is hooked back, and that will be a penalty on the Bees. 2 minutes for hooking is the call on Brendan Baird. 31-33 time of the penalty. 4 on 4 for 3 seconds, and then the Cats go to work on the man advantage.
I have to say that's going to be frustrating for Dongabai and the Bees. It wasn't a very good power play. With all being said, no real zone time, let alone opportunities on Renimar, and then you take a penalty right at the end to put yourself under some pressure, and an opportunity for the Wildcats power play to go to work.
Quite happy to kill those last 3 seconds. The Cats to full strength. Tower jumps off the bench as Bullis makes his way back to it. Back to Malasinski. Cross-ice pass finds Jones in front. That one wide of the net. Priest sprawled out for that one. Malasinski looking for a man. Finds Gail Llewellyn. That pass to Tower is just behind him, but he's fast enough to get back onto it. Round and round it goes here for the Cats. Jones back to Tower. Tip to Jones. Billing tried to get a stick on the end of that one. That falls to Malasinski. Jones. Over to Malasinski again. Steps in. That one's off the shoulder of Priest. He'll hold on. 1:13 left on the man advantage.
Yeah, some good puck movement there from the Wildcats. They kept the puck in the zone. To be fair to the Bees, it's been pretty perimeter in the first kind of 40 seconds of this power play, but the Wildcats will be happy that they've just been able to keep the puck moving in that zone and, create a couple of early opportunities on this power play chance.
Face off left of Priest. Bees with it and are able to clear the zone. Wale back there to collect. Malasinski at the right-hand wall. Cross-ice pass, Llewellyn in a foot race with Bradley, and Priest has to play it. Billing. Good break, poke check their way. Bees break the other way. Marcel Ballard's chance, saved by Mar, and that will be a penalty the other way as Colby Tower will sit 2 minutes for slashing. 32-50 time penalty.
Yeah, another one kind of similar to the Whitfield one in the first period, or the Morris one for the Bees as well in the first. We've just got to, I guess, do something to kind of disrupt the shot. It's not a massive slash, but it is a slash, and it's again an easy call for James Irons to make right in the position to make the play. It doesn't have to be a huge, two-handed swipe over the stick or anything like that. It's just enough to put the shot off, and that's going to be a penalty every time.
So if you do see it on the board, I will say 21. That's because the board really doesn't like the number 22. So thank you, Swindon, for bringing that as a replacement jersey this week.
A very random issue to have with a board.
Technology's lovely when it works. Cats the other way. That pass picked off by Mogg. 30 seconds left for 4 on 4. Cats still with it. Shot from Bullis off the side of the net. Pecosdi. Back to Bebris. Pecosdi does well work his way away from 2Bs. Can't do it the second time. Yes, he can. And then poked back away there by Dan Rose. Puck once more just stuck in a sea of humanity as Rothbond brings it away. But he's about to go on the man advantage with Brendan Baird stepping out of the box. Rose drops it off for Vitali. Rose chance kicked aside by Mar. B's back to full strength. Whitfield will kill a few seconds. Fire it on goal. Bees really did struggle to count to 5 there for a few seconds, unfortunately. And still struggled to do it. It's 4 on 4. They were waiting for the get on sub before Fatali jumped off the bench. Goodbye fires one across goal into the glove of Ma. He'll hold on. 56 seconds of a man advantage left for the Bees, and more importantly for them, a face-off in the cat zone.
Yeah, it's a big 56 seconds for the Bees. Obviously, still plenty of time in this game, and it's only a 1-goal game, but you've got to feel that they're going to want to make an impact on this power play. The last one wasn't very good, and yeah, they're going to want to put some pressure on Renniemar's goal here.
Balaz wins the draw. Back to Goodbye at the blue line. Bradley. Down to Vitali. Finds Goodbye. That's poked away by Billing, and here's the breakaway chance the other way once more. Glenn Billing in on goal. Escorted away from Bradley. Saved by Priest. Billing kind of half gets the shot away. Bees break the other way. Once again, poke check by Bebrisk. Takes it away from Vitali. And clear. Priest out of his net. 25 seconds left on the Tower Minor. Bees into the zone. Another wayward pass. This time picked up by Llewellyn. He's able to get there ahead of Bradley. Llewellyn in on goal. Llewellyn, good save, Priest. Well, I'll say save. We don't know if Llewellyn actually got the shot away from this angle. Bees once more the other way. Tower about to jump off the bench. Back to full strength Wildcats. Vitali around the cage. Finds Nags. Slows it down a bit. Back to Bradley. Antonov, chance in front, saved Ma. Well, he threw himself in front of that one, just missed on the block shot there. This
is a replay of the Llewellyn chance as he comes in, a nice move, and yeah, good save for the pad of Priest, just stayed big. You know, he's a very tall netminder, he just held up and didn't leave any space for Llewellyn to get the shot away. Two really disappointing power plays if you're a Bees fan now. You consider how impactful that was against Hull last week, and those were two pretty easy kills for the Wildcats. Really no opportunities on Ma.
I think that's the key word there, sadly, is easy. The Cats come the other way with Bullis. Chipped ahead round Baird. Beats Nags to the park. Back to Whitfield, blue line. Steps side one. A couple of deflections on that shot. Priest able to kick it away. Bullis again, held in the corner, tries to work his way out of trouble. One turn too many, unfortunately, for the forward. Bees the other way with Willstead. 2 men for company. Whitfield does a good job of just holding his man up. Allowing Lipsy to clean up. Smith off the boards. Billing to Shaw. Billing. Little chip and go. Lipsy loses his footing for a moment. And lets the Bees collect the puck. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the second. Turnover once again. Webb stopped by Precosdy, but returned the favour. Willstead once again runs into a Stevie Whitfield shaped wall. And the puck falls nicely back to the team in red. Malasinski tries to find Precosdy. Can't get a stick on that one. Longs the pass, finds Rose. That will go out of the zone once more. Precosdy can't get away from McKenzie. Puck bobbles loose. Priest just watches it and makes sure it goes away. Another big hit delivered on Zane McKenzie. McKenzie will try and fire one into the zone. Blocked by Malasinski, but it will still trickle into the Zamboni goal corner. Johnson finds Precosdy. Malasinski up the left-hand wall. Played down low once more by Jones. Turned over once again. Tower intercepts that pass. Shot on goal. That's off the shoulder. Priest high up into netting. 2:40 to go in the second.
Again, we said it in the first. The Wildcats are going to be happy tonight just to play this kind of pragmatic, solid style and try and get those opportunities like we've just seen from Tower, where pick off on the mistakes. We've seen a few on the shorthand as well, where they just picked up mistakes and gone for the breakouts. I've got to feel the Bees are going to have to try and open it up a little bit more. They're going to have to push out from the back more, maybe add an extra guy into the rush more, because at the moment they're just not creating enough clear-cut chances on Rennie Marr.
Llewellyn shot in front, blocked. Second chance opportunity also saved. Back to Beres. That one is turnover. Bees with a chance the other way. 3-on-2. Balaz into the zone. Antonov shot. That's off the side of the cage. Looks like Mark off the stick of Mar. Bebris chips it over goodbye. Finds Tower. Llewellyn up the right hand side. Tries to drop it off. Leaves the zone. Bebris and goodbye battle for the puck. Balaz finds out a lovely move from Vanya Antonov. Little too far. That allows Mar to get the poke check out and poke it away. Finds Eddie Bebris. Jones sets Llewellyn away. Again, puck just held up in the skates. Arm up. Bees taking the penalty there. Tower will just fire it to the nearest bee. And the Cats will take their 2-minute power play. Hooking is the call. 38-12.
Yeah, good kind of effort play there from Jones. You'd have to say probably an unnecessary penalty for the Bees. I think Jones was going away from the net. And just, yeah, Marcel Ballas just did a bit too much to try and, you know, force a turnover, and yeah, gets called ping for hooking. 1:48 to go in the period, and the Wildcats have a chance on the power play.
Face off Prince's right. Johnson. Works his way around to Billing.
It's kind of the Wildcats. I can't work out if this is the Wildcats' first or second unit. I think it's kind of a combination of two.
Well, it looks like it's the first unit, but Johnson is taking the place of Bebris, because Bebris was on that last shift.
Yeah.
As we say that, here comes Gail Llewellyn replacing Chris Jones. So there's one.
Yeah, so just some shuffling around in the power play
I
unit.
think Johnson is taking the blue line role for this shift.
Yeah.
Let Eddie Bebris have a breather. Bees clear it off the draw.
I think you've got Balint Pekosti in there for Colby Tower as well, who was also obviously on that last shift for quite a significant period.
Johnson from his own goal line. Long stretch pass finds Billing. Llewellyn. Puck finds way to Mallison. Back to Johnson now. Pekosti. Met by Mogg. Back to Malasinski. Pekosti hit off the puck. Final minute, second period, as the Bees clear it up ice. Mar out of his net to play it. Johnson finds Jones. Up the left hand side, look to force it onto his forehand. Shot saved Priest. And the Bees able to clear. Mar to Llewellyn, 30 seconds. Bebris, who's back out on this top power play unit, finds Jones. Over to Malasinski. Steps round Mogg. Tries to shovel it into the slot and bounces over the stick. The Tower, Bees the other way, Antonov. Bundled down by Malasinski. It's not pretty, but it's effective. Llewellyn, 5 seconds.
It's also
Jones goes for the big shot, and instead the big flop.
Yeah, not pretty there from Chris Jones either at the end of the period. Probably sums up the game really, but I mean, I would say the heavy tackle challenge on Malasinski was heavy and not pretty, but also perfectly legal as he knocked the puck away first.
Yeah,
more of the same, I guess.
40 minutes gone. The Wildcats lead here 1-0 thanks to Eddie Bebris with a shot from sort of nowhere that just got over the glove of Briss and fluttered into the net.
It's fitting of the game, really, isn't it? A goal that kind of came out of nothing, no real necessarily quality to it, but we've said it before, pragmatism for the Wildcats. Like I say, that's for me a great bit of stick work from Malasinski, and the kind of momentum, just kind of physics, I think, is the answer. He's a big guy. But yeah, it's not been a quality game. The Wildcats will be happy enough with it because, you know, they're playing this, what we said, they're going to have to do this kind of solid road style of hockey. You've got to think with 20 minutes to go, the Bees are going to be sitting here thinking, we've got to have fresher legs. We didn't play yesterday. So they've got to come out and go for this because it's 2 points they really need in the league race, particularly if that Romford score continues to hold. Haven't looked recently, so I don't know if it is.
As Tom said, the Wildcats will be happy. It's effective. The Bees have been somewhat predictable on breakouts. The Cats are reading them like a book. We'll see if anything changes for the third period. We'll be back here in 15 minutes' time. Welcome back here to Slough for the third and possibly final period here tonight. Let's quickly go over to Tom Graham with your scores around the league.
That was very enthusiastic.
Hey, something's got to make me enthusiastic tonight.
So early in the second period, it's the Peterborough Phantoms 4, the Bristol Pitbulls 1. Holland Solway, the early flurry of goals, which was 3-1 in the first 5 minutes. That has carried on to the end of the first period. It's 3-1 at the end of the first. The Leeds have equalised at home against the Raiders. They are now tied. They've just scored short-handed to go up 3-2 against the Raiders in the late in the second period there. And which game haven't we done?
Telford MK.
Telford MK is 0-0 at the end of the first period in Shropshire.
Well, here it has been a barrel of excitement. It's the TSI World Bees 0, Swindon Wildcats 1. Shots on goal in that period, 11 on Britton Priest, 11 on Rennie Marr. The one goal coming in that second period from Edgar Bebris with a, should we say, a light-hearted shot into the top corner of Britton Priest's net. They all count anyway. And a flurry of penalties there in the period. And Tom, for both sides, this game has been not the prettiest.
No, it's been... Yeah, it's been a lot of turnovers. It's been two sides who seem content to play solid in their own end, but seem to be lacking a bit of inspiration going forwards. I guess from a Wildcats perspective, that's fine. We're on the road. You're short-benched. You've got key guys missing from the lineup. It's understandable that maybe you're happy to play that style. For the Bees, got to feel that only game of the weekend, you're in a battle for the playoff spots. There's got to be a bit more oomph about them in this third period. You've got to kind of go... I walked into that one. There's got to be a bit more coming, particularly from the top line. I feel that the Wildcats have done a really good job of keeping them quiet. You've got to, I feel you don't want to go away from the game plan, but you've got to start to force the issue a bit now in this last 20 minutes. You know that maybe the Wildcats are going to have some tired legs, having played yesterday.
I think the problem the Bees have had, particularly in the back end of that second period, was a lot of the breakouts were being, let's face it, read like a book.
Yeah, I was going to say
Wildcats.
the Wildcats' defence have been reading the game really well. Thomas Malazinski and Colby Tower have been kind of doing that as from the forward perspective, checking back as well and doing that. Rennie Marr's kind of been equal to everything fairly comfortably as well. There haven't been. We said it last week with Bobby Chamberlain against Hull. He was getting in the eyes of Britton Priest and causing some problems. Haven't really seen that from the Bees tonight. Haven't really seen it from the Wildcats either, as we said, but certainly haven't seen it from the Bees. Rennie Marr's just kind of looked, for two periods, relatively untroubled in terms of having not much traffic around his net. I think that's something that the Bees need to do more in the third.
There's also not been a lot to truly test the big scores.
And it's a one-goal game. It's there for the Bees to take if they can start to do these things. Both teams will think that. Both teams will say, this is ours to win tonight. You know, it's not a game that's done already as we kind of go into the third period.
Well, it's the third period. The Wildcats have 13 seconds on the man advantage. Referee James Irons calls them in. And we are underway with the third period. Dan Rose wins the draws. Marcel Banz is in the box, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Wildcats chip and chase behind the goal. Collected by Baird, dispossessed by Billy. Bees back to full strength as Malasinski collects pucks, works an angle. Priest puts that one in the corner off the save. Rose collects. Avoids the hit from Plews. Malasinski. Dipsy doodles his way around Dan Rose. Fired up ice, tipped ahead. Morris can collect. Liam Morris with it behind the Bees net. So you finally get the top line out. Antonov will collect the puck. Steps aside at the tower. Goodbye. Can't get out of control. Cats clear the zone once more. Balance back to collect. Finds Ed Bradley. He will try and bring it up ice. Antonov steps into the Cat zone. Tries to get around Whitfield, around the back of the net. Blocked in front. Bounces back to Balance. Shot through traffic. Away from goal. Pass back into the slot, collected by the Wildcats. They'll skate the other way. Tower can't get around Mogg this time. Balance fires it up the right hand side to Goodbye. Goodbye fans on that pass. Finds Mogg. Around the boards. Bebris with a hit on Goodbye. Give the Cats the puck. That pass picked off by Antonov. Finds Goodbye into the zone. Tries to step around Bebris. Good work from the Latvian. Puck falls nicely to Balance. That shot saved by Marr. Balaz to goodbye, but somehow gets that shot away. Saved by Marl, loose in front. See your bodies in front. Bradley, shot from the goal line from Goodbye is saved. Goodbye shot blocked in front immediately. Cats will break up ice. Tower gets over centre ice, dumps it in. Both teams change. Nags finds Wilstead. This pass stopped at the Cats blue line. Shaw. Stretch pass blocked off the skate of Stead. Lipsy kicks that one ahead. Webb is there to collect the loose puck. Baird. Up the right hand side, Wilstead can't get around Lipsy. The Cats quite happy just to flip that as far up ice as they can. Ryan Webb fires that one into the zone. Stead and Malasinski back for the puck. Malasinski away the victor for that one. Foot race now between Picosdi and Morris. Morris able to get there first, finds Baird. Kept in at the blue line by Whitfield. Whitfield almost off the back of the skate of Picosdi. Bees try and clear, kept in once more. Whitfield down low, blocked by Rose. Only to Malasinski. Finds Billing. Taken away by Vitali. Drops it off to Rose. Malasinski on the back check, finds puck loose to Vitali. That shot fired wide off the board. Now the back of cage Vitali to Rose. Ross bottom, can't get it away. Knocked away. The Wildcats clear the zone. Neither team really able to get a foothold in this third period so far. That's, oh, well, I was going to say it was intercepted. It was a loose pass, but Jamie Smith does it well to take it away from Antonov. Morris from behind the Bees net leaves it for Vanya. He brings it up ice away from Jones. Drops it off to Goodbye. Goodbye plays it into traffic, finds Balaz. Balaz shot, and that's off the side of the post. I think there was a ping there. And there's a penalty coming on the Bees.
Looks like it's going to be, I think, a trip in the corner. Yeah. Eggers Beber's got tripped. I don't think Marcel Balaz particularly agrees with the decision.
I think Balaz is okay with the trip. I think it was the hit on Balaz afterwards that he's not agreeing with. 44-55 at the time of the penalty.
Again, I think the Wildcats will be kind of perfectly happy with the first 5 minutes of this period not being the most exciting we've seen all night. They've done a job. Here's the play around. That's a good save by Renimar, that one. Just, again, tracking the puck well and knocking it away. Like I say, the Wildcats will have been perfectly happy with 5 minutes of just kind of keeping the puck deep and not allowing too much zone time for the Bees.
Cats winning on the man advantage. Malasinski down low to Billing. That pass picked off by Wilstead. He will have the breakaway the other way. Malasinski to beat. Wilstead escorted out the club by the Polish international. Straight back the other way. Luelle snaps the shot over the glove of Priest wide. Billing. Back to Malasinski. Luelle. Billing around the boards to Malasinski. Flicked it away. Billing able to shovel it round to Luelle. Billing. Good puck movement from the Cats. Malasinski creates a space, finds Billing. Almost there to Luelle on the back door. Wilstead will collect the puck, kill a few seconds, and then gives it away. Malasinski tries to get in the zone. This time Wilstead just turns and fires it on Renimar. Cats once again. Pekosny. Flip towards goal, kicked away by Priest. Beveris there on the back door. Net comes marginally off, play blown dead. Don't think the Bees will hate that necessarily too much. 27 seconds left on the man advantage.
There's that play just there. A good piece of net minding by Griffin Priest, just to chat the puck of Beveris coming in. It just needed a tip from Beveris if Priest isn't reading that. Wildcats, they've created a couple of chances on this power play so far. Again, they'll be happy. They're keeping the puck away from the Bees. They're keeping it in the zone. They're moving it around and they're killing time off the clock at the very least.
Pekosny. Dispossessed by Goodbye. Giving back to Bullis. Pekosny. Fire back up to the blue line. Backdoor chance, save Priest. Another chance. That one's fired home. And the Cats score on the man advantage. 46-53. They double the lead.
Well, Griffin Priest did what he could there. We've seen the... I think I say it every time we see a power play goal from this position for Chris Jones. That shot from that circle. Unfortunately for Priest, the rebound just goes straight back where it came from. Kicked straight back onto the stick of Jones, and with Priest out of position after the first save, it's basically a gaping cage for Jones to snipe it into, and it's a big goal for the Wildcats. 2-0 now with 13:07 to play in the third period.
46-53 the time of the goal. The Wildcats' 49th power play marker of the year now, and Jones' 18th goal of the season. Bradley able to find McKenzie. Tipped away by Plews. I think that's gone down as Jones unassisted. Puck bounces down to Priest. Bradley. Over to Will Stead. Fires up the left-hand wall. Wildcats take it away once more. Penalty called on that one. Almost interference is the call there on Will Stead. That is an interesting one, shall we say at least. 47-34.
We'll see the replay. It's a similar one to Smith. I can understand why that's been called. Stead has braced to play the hit as Lipsy's gone around him, but I think it's similar to that Smith one in the first period. You see them called, you see them don't. Sometimes you see them called, sometimes you don't see them called. It's a little bit of a tough one there for Will Stead, but I can understand why that's been called.
It's the same as the Jamie Smith one, as Tom says from earlier. 47-34 time of the penalty. And Cats quickly after scoring their first power play marker of the night, getting another chance at it. Held up in the corner. Back to the blue line, Beveris. Across to Malasinski. Could we get power play goal number 50 coming up here? Baird finds it just enough out the zone. Carried in by Llewellyn. Drop pass to no one in a red shirt, but Morris will give it back to Malasinski, who has two men on him. Fired across to Beveris. Well, a big hit on Morris, and that one is called. That was not the cleanest hit you're going to see all year, I would say. 48-25. Morris is down. Llewellyn with a mistimed hit there.
Yeah, I think misjudged more than malicious. I think the initial signal from Hugh Porton is elbowing, but we'll see what they decide. It's a misjudged, mistimed hit, and I think it's up high on Liam Morris. So we'll see which way we'll see from the angle here.
Don't know if he'll catch it. Just
it's off the camera, unfortunately, on that angle, so we won't get that angle.
Morris is on his haunches, I should say. He's up onto one knee anyway.
Yeah, I think they'll obviously have to check out if there is any head contact on that. They'll have to just make sure, and you've got to be absolutely sure that there's no wrong. We'll just see the replay here again. Just catch him up high from the body. Like I said, I don't think it's anything intentional or malicious there, but it's definitely up high.
For Gail Llewellyn, 48-25. It's 2 minutes for Llewellyn. I imagine, as Tom says, it'll be for elbows.
I think the signal from Mr. Hugh Porton was definitely an elbowing call initially.
The Bees fans don't like it. Liam Morris is back to his feet and skating back to the bench.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want to see guys getting caught. And like I said, I don't think it didn't look a malicious thing, but
Yeah, 2 minutes for elbows.
2 minutes for elbow. I don't think it was malicious, but it was certainly mistimed and ill-judged from Gail LeBron. He was a big guy, and when he hits. It stays hit, and yeah, that's unfortunate. Obviously, two guys who were teammates last year in Basingstoke.
Also, the frustration for Bees fans in particular will be that they've seen quite a few of those called against the Bees be given 5. Not again, they've been given 5.
Yeah, understandable. Like I say,
one,
you can understand why. There's frustration, and you've seen them called. You've seen them called both ways. So
4 on 4 for a minute and change. Well, Bees fans finally getting up for this. Jones back across to Bebris. Finds Tower, shot safe. Priest, he'll hold on. So 4 on 4 for another 50 seconds, and then the Bees will have 51 on the man advantage. Here we go, 4 on 4. Face off won by Balaz. Goodbye. Will carry the puck up the left-hand wall. Steps inside Whitfield. Don Goodbye still with it, almost coast to coast. Whitfield can't clear. 2 Bees forwards pinned to the wall, and the Wildcats break the other way. 3 on 2. Tower looks for an option. Drop pass to Malasinski, or not even Malasinski actually. It was Bebris. Should have gone to Specsavers. Pretty sad, isn't it, to settle it down for Stuart Mogg. Wilstead about to rejoin us, so the Bees are 50 seconds on the man advantage, and boy do they need just to generate chances at this point. Mogg fires that one up into the glove of Plews. He'll carry it up ice, jumps round Vitali, Bees back to full strength. Goodbye, 5 on 4, steps around Malasinski this time. Over to Wilstead, he carries it around Luke Johnson. Wilstead to the front of the net, can't get the shot away, gets bundled into Rennie Marr. That play will be blown dead. No penalty on that one. The gap quickly closed down there as Tyler Plews came back.
Yeah, Plews is the guy who's knocked, to be fair, knocked the Bees forward through the crease there. As you say, the Bees have got 37 seconds left on this power play, so I think they're going outside the zone, which a little unfair, little harsh if you ask me. I feel like the contact was initiated by the Swindon player there, but
that's very harsh.
the Bees have 37 seconds to go on this power play, and as you say, they've just got to start creating some chances. They've got 10 minutes to go in this game. It's only a 2-goal game. We saw last week with Hull, you can almost turn this around very quickly in these situations, so you've got to start creating some chances. So
Bradley drops it off for Rose. Cross-ice pass, knocked down. Collected there by Plews. Morris is back out now on this power play. Knocked away from the pile. Baird keeps it in the blue line. Towards goal, blocked by Rossbottom. And the Cats clear. Cats return to full strength as Galway steps out of the box. The Bees fans will tell you what they think of that one. Bradley carries it over centre ice. Balaz gets there ahead of Bebris. Good work by the Latvian. Balaz knocks him off the puck this time. Bradley, cross ice, finds Baird. Can't get any pass away. Cats 3 on 3 the other way. Chipped ahead, Billing. Beating everyone to the park. Bundled down by Baird, but he finds Pekozdi. Back to Malasinski, steps around one, deflected off the skate with Balaz. And wide of the net. Malasinski can't get away from Antonov. He finds Balaz. Return pass is blocked by Malasinski. Cats the other way once more. Malasinski. Ollie nags the beat. Hold him off with his left hand. Down low to Billing. Back to the blue line. Bebris winds up, fires. That one off the blocker of Priest and wide. And helped on its way by Antonov. Goodbye. At the other end, finds Ed Bradley. Ed Bradley with a chance. That's off the post and wide. The B-Sounds thought it had gone in. It seemed easier to score, but it's off the pipe. Antonov back to Webb at the blue line. Across to Nags. Shot into the glove of Marr. He'll hold on with 8 minutes exactly to go in the third.
As you said, the Bees fans thought it was in. But yeah, as you see, as I think we'll see on this replay, puck across and it's just off the post. The angle just going away from Ed Bradley. But got to say, a player of his quality should be burying that chance, really. I don't think that's an unfair assessment on that one. And Ed Bradley will know that. He's got to be burying those chances. Rennie Marr was down and out of that play. As Lipsy brings that through the middle.
Cats win the draw. As Tom says, Dylan Lipsy carries it up ice. And McKenzie able to clear. Lipsy bumped off the puck by Mogg. Nags round to Lipsy. Short coughs that one up to Webb. Bees clear the zone. Smith return to sender. Nags with room to work. Pass immediately blocked down. Cats into the zone with Tower. Morg will get there ahead of him. Not a lot to say at the moment. This is held up in that corner. Finally, Wilstead brings it away from the pile. Big hit from Tower. Stead didn't like that one either. I think Wilstead has somewhat lost his head here now. Rose collects the loose puck. Over to Morris. McKenzie pins the boards by Jones. Bees break the other way. Wilstead up the left wing. Tries to find an angle. Finds Liam Morris. Back into the slot through everyone. Baird winds up, fires. Tipped aside by Tower. Long stretch pass will miss everybody, and icing is called with 6:07 to go.
Well, it's getting to that point in the game now where something has got to happen for the Bees if it's going to happen at all. Again, the Wildcats are doing a really good job of just keeping everything to the perimeter. Obviously, the Bees had that chance with Bradley, and those are the sort of chances you got buried. But the Wildcats are, on the whole, doing a good job of keeping this to the perimeter, and the Bees have now really got to start pushing now and trying to make something happen if they are going to get anything out of this hockey game with 6 minutes to go.
Face off, held up, but he's able to come away with it. Antonov works the shot. Marr will cover up with the save.
Yeah, so like I say, I don't really. If you're the Bees, I think you've just got to start twisting now a little bit.
Yeah, you've got nothing to lose.
You've got nothing to lose at this point. At the end of the day, the goal difference it necessarily might make a difference at the end of the year, but certainly your head-to-head record with the Wildcats doesn't matter, so you've just got to start pushing a little bit.
Let's see if they can somehow get a chance. There's one for Ballas, saved by Marr. Puck knocked loose, Ballas bundled down. And Cats able to clear, survive another one. That one will be iced once more. 5:43 to go.
That was better, though, I think, from the Bees in terms of getting bodies to the net, forcing Marr to just do some work. This is the play down this end with the puck that I think was fired in on Priest. But, yeah, that was better from the Bees in terms of getting bodies to the net and creating a chance. Ballas there with a couple of hacks at it, and the Wildcats do well to smuggle it away and then clear it for the icing. I think you need to see more from that from the Bees if they are going to find that goal in the next few minutes to make this a one-goal game and have a chance to get back into it.
Cats try and leave the zone. They can't get totally away just yet. Attempted a jump grab by Goodbye. He evades him. And he's stopped at the blue line by Beveridge once again. The line I think we've said a couple of thousand times so far this evening.
Yeah, he's had a really good game tonight so far, good Beveridge.
Mogg up to Bradley. Chipped round Pekozzi, foot race between Goodbye and Beveridge. One winner there. And the Cats come away with it. And that one will be iced once more. 5:01 remaining in the third.
Yeah, again, I think good work from the Wildcats defensively. They've been, we said it at the start of the period, kind of reading a lot of the Bees plays a bit like a book at times, and just getting guys in the lane. You've got guys on the defence like Debris, like Plews, who are big bodies, and they're just making it hard for the Bees to kind of get any kind of traction in the zone at the moment.
Face off to the left of Mar. Held up. Bees able to bring it away with Vitali. Drops it off Bradley. Shot towards goal. Off the blocker of Mar. Bounces into the danger area, but the Cats able to clear. Baird does a good job of standing Beveris up at the blue line. Bradley collects the loose puck. Bradley carries it in, tries to evade one hit, plays himself into a bit of danger. Cats clear it.
It's just flicked off the bench, I think.
Come off the Cats bench, so that one will stay in the Cats zone. They are able to get a change if they want to.
So with a 2-goal game, Joe, what point are you going for the taking the risk of the 6-on-5? 4:28 to go. You've got to be thinking. They've got to be thinking on the bench of what sort of time they're going to be looking at Griffin if they don't get obviously a goal 5-on-5 in the meantime.
I think with the way the Bees have played tonight, I think you got to look at it about 2 minutes.
Yeah, you've got to give yourself plenty of time, I think, with it.
Anything, you've got to give it at least over 90 seconds to give yourself even a sniff. That's, as Tom says, heavily dependent on if there is a chance for the Bees at the moment. The Cats trying to work their way out of the zone. Chipped ahead, icing beaten out by Lipsy, who takes a heavy tumble into the boards. He is up and okay. 2 minutes of tripping on the ice pad there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it must be said no Bees player in the vicinity of Dylan Lipsy there. It was just a loss of an edge. Which
well, and Ollie Nags has just blown a tyre in the same place.
Maybe a bit of a dodgy bit of ice down there somewhere.
Just in front of the Zamboni doors. Cross ice pass fired across to Llewellyn. He fires it off Morris. Tower back to the blue line. Beveris winds up, fires. That's blocked by Morris as he cuts across the front of the crease. Antonov fires the long stretch pass. Ballas has to wait. And that is just iced all the way. 3:15 to go in the third.
Yeah, half a chance there for the Wildcats as the ice monster just chopping down both Dylan Lipsy and Ollie Nags in that corner.
The ice monster.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, there's turf monster in American football, isn't there?
Yeah.
So
look, we're not going to lie. It's been a struggle tonight, everyone.
It's been a tough.
Last time there was 15 goals between these two teams.
Yeah, I was going to say tonight less so. But
yeah. Cats win the draw. Malasinski snaps a shot. Antonov drops the stick. Plews towards traffic, blocked away by Priest. Picosdi snaps the shot. That's off the shoulder of Priest and wide. And Cats will be quite happy just to keep it down here for the next 3 minutes.
Well, I was going to say, the more you puck is down in this end now, the less time the Bees are going to have to get that netminder pulled, the less time the Bees are going to have to create some opportunities to get back into this game.
Mogg finds McKenzie. Mogg plays it ahead. Goodbye. Looks to try and hold off a man and ends up giving the puck away to Malasinski once more. Turned over. Goodbye the other way. Here's a chance for the Bees. Blocked away by Marr. Puck finds its way across to Mogg. Mogg snaps a shot. That's off the stick of the Wildcats forward in front. It falls into the glove of Marr. He'll hold on. 2:15 to go in the third.
Yeah, good stop by Marr there on Gabay after a turnover as the Wildcats were just trying to change, and it gave the Bees that rush into the zone. Marr did really well to knock it away. This is timeout for the Bees, and I think this is the big moment where 2:15 to go, offensive zone face-off. You're going to be looking at, I think Griffin Priest here will be staying on the bench.
Yeah, me too. I do think Priest is going to be staying there. Tom says timeout Bees. 57:45 on the clock.
a couple of updates from elsewhere, so we just wait. Leeds 4, Raiders 2 now, 45 minutes gone in that. Hull 4-3 against Solway at the end of the second. Up in Telford, for any Wildcat fans who are listening, it's still 0-0 halfway through the game between the Tigers and the Lightning, and Peterborough are still 4-1 up at the end of the second period against the Bristol Pitbulls.
Well, as Tom called it, Priest stays on the bench, 57-45, 6-on-5 for the Bees.
It is now or never, I think, for the Bees. You've got, 2 goals to get in 2 minutes 15 seconds.
Well, they need, for starters, a decent shot. Bradley through traffic, blocked in front. Balaz tries to get away from Billy. Gives the puck up. Whitfield will take the hit. Antonov brings it away. Bradley. Goodbye. Winds up, fires. Oh, no idea where that one was, but it's away from everyone. Bradley keeps that one in at the blue line. Vitali tries to find Balaz, bounces over his stick and away. Katz will try and break out. Good work from Antonov to get it away from Malasinski. Does leave the zone. Mara out of his net to play it as it's dumped in. 90 seconds to go. That one is cleared up to Thomas Malasinski. Katz out the zone. Good work from Jones. Penalty drawn there from Dom Gabai. And Malasinski fires on the empty net. And breaks the bottle. Thomas Malasinski is usually such a nice guy. That feels unnecessary.
Yeah, a bit unnecessary from Thomas Malasinski. I think he knew the penalty was coming, so a bit silly. But
now there is a conversation going on here between the linesman and the referee, and I know exactly what this will be. It's because sometimes this year that has been called unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, I think
it's a quick conversation.
Yeah, I think it's a no.
About that.
I think, to be fair, there was no real reaction from the Bees either to come from it. So I guess makes it an easy call for the officials. Good work from Gabai though to draw that penalty from Jones, and yeah, create a chance. 6-on-4 now, 1:17 to go.
58-43 time of the penalty. Chris Jones sits 2 minutes for tripping. The Bees win the draw. Back to Bradley. Tipped wide of the goal. Cats turn it over. That will be launched up ice.
So it can't be icing on the penalty kill now.
I don't know why the Bees haven't busted gut to get back and get this puck.
That's the one advantage the Wildcats do have in the 6-on-4 situations. They can just fire the puck down ice.
Bradley finds goodbye. Steps around Whitfield. Turned over. Vitali out-muscled to the puck and cleared once more. Antonov is back there to collect. Goodbye. Cross-ice pass is wayward. Rose down low to Antonov again. Down in front, bounces wide of the goal. Antonov, his pass is picked off. Flipped high in the length of the ice. 20 seconds left. Ed Bradley's looking for an icing call that is not coming. It's 6-on-4. Antonov into the zone. Finds Rose. Drops it off for Vitali. Backdoor chance. They're trying to shot it home. Mars saved by the post once again. Back to Bradley. Chance again. The buzzer is beaten. Rennie Marr gets the shutout, and the Cats take the 2 points here. Final score: Bees 0, Swindon Wildcats 2.
Well, Rennie Marr shutting the door at the end there and getting the big shutout for the Wildcats. Professional performance from them. At the end of the day, they've come here. You don't have to entertain as an away team. You need to get the 2 points, and that's what they've done. For the Bees, that'll be a real missed opportunity in their minds. It was a Wildcats team that, the Wildcats have had the better of this matchup all year, but with the guys out of the lineup and the Bees in the position that you are in terms of battling for that playoff spot, it was a chance that was for the taking for them tonight, and they'll be really, really disappointed not to come away with, it's not so much they'll be disappointed to not come away with a point. At the end of the day, if you lose to the Swindon Wildcats at home, you lose to the Swindon Wildcats at home. It's happened for them this year. To come away and be shut out and just not put enough real quality chances on Rennie Marr, I think will be a real disappointment for the Bees tonight. Particularly when you look at how well they played against Hull last week.
I think the Cats, it's the old saying, isn't it? a good team that has a bad night like that and still wins.
Yeah, and it was, it wasn't the Wildcats' prettiest performance of the year. They obviously had a game plan of they were going to be pragmatic defensively. They were going to clog the zone. They were going to try and catch, just get the breakouts. And, we saw guys like Eddie Beveris, Tyler Plews putting their bodies in the way and just making it difficult for the Bees to get those zone entries. You had guys, Thomas Malazinski was back a lot, breaking up those, breaking the play up in the neutral zone. And I think that's what the Bees just didn't, get enough good opportunities into the zone in terms of zone entries tonight. The Wildcats were doing a really good job of reading that. And yeah, the Bees will be disappointed, but I think the Wildcats will just be happy to come away with 2 points and job done, really. And obviously, always nice for Rennie Maher in the defence, to get that shot out.
And also, these two teams meet again in the Link Centre on Saturday night as we turn the calendar over to March.
I believe that's, Rennie Maher's at least second shutout this month as well. He's had 3 this year.
Third overall on the year. Don't know who the man of the matches are going to be tonight. We'll wait and see with you. The Bees, obviously, again, you lose to the Cats tonight. You play them again in 6 days' time.
Yeah.
You've now got to do one hell of a job to build yourself back up to go into a Link Centre where you have been second best by a mile.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to be a big team effort for the Bees to pick themselves up. They'll look at tonight and they'll say defensively we were quite good, but I'll just wait for the map. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of work to kind of just try and create more going into that Link Centre environment next week, where the Wildcats have been very good at home and the Bees, as you say, have struggled the kind of 2 times they've been there.
The man of the match goes to Rennie Maher this evening.
Understandable with the shutout there.
Another shutout for the Scotsman. Bounced back from a slightly off night last night to take the empty box of beers home. Don't worry, the full one is in the changing room. As the Cats go for their lap of honour to the fans who have stayed with them and come down tonight. To those of you who've watched us from home, and we know there's a few of you obviously, thank you for joining us at any of the games if you have this year, either in the rink or on the stream. It's the last time we see you guys until possibly the playoffs, who knows. Enjoy the rest of your season, enjoy the playoffs, enjoy Codge if you're going. And if you're there at the Link Centre next Saturday, come say hi. I'll be there. I'll be the sad one.
Oh.
I'll wear something obvious. We'll have shirt off the back, which is Ed Bradley tonight, and man of the match for the Bees. Tom, obviously the Cats, I believe it's Bees at home on Saturday, and then it's a long trip to Leeds. That's a big one. In terms, not in terms of the league season, but a win up in the Castle is maybe a message sent for the playoffs. Yeah,
and the Wildcats have had a pretty decent record against Leeds. They've played them 3 times this year. They've had 2 regulation wins and an overtime loss in 3 games. They've won up in the Castle. They're one of the few teams to do that this year. So yeah, as you say, it'll be about sending a message for Swindon, and I think there's obvious links between the 2 clubs, and both teams always love that game and making a point that I think for Swindon it'll be making a point that they're not a team that are going to go quietly into the night this season.
And as we have man of the match for the Bees, see who is picked tonight, and it goes to Ed Bradley. His man of the match tonight. A good solid D performance from him. Yeah,
I feel you've got to give it to, ultimately in a 2-0 game, the netminders or the defensemen are the guys who stood out, so it was always going to be one of them. And yeah, we've gone with Bradley tonight, so.
A good performance from the man, another one I should say, since his return from Bristol. He of course has to launch a hat into the crowd, and it gives us a good time to point out that when we slightly criticised Gianni Vitali making it to the bench, we didn't realise it was his mum on the bench last week until we were introduced to her about half an hour after the game.
Sorry about that one.
Yep.
Sorry, Gianni.
Ed Bradley has made it all the way to Block A and cleared the plexi, which has been an achievement for some this year.
Solid effort.
So for the Bees, time is running out, and with fixtures in hand, They know that next weekend is a big one. They go to the Link Centre on Saturday. Well, obviously, they'd like 2 points, but if they can get anything out of it, it'll be a plus. And then the big one, possibly the biggest one of the year so far here in Slough. The TSI World Bees welcome the Bristol Pitbulls. 5 o'clock face-off here. Nick's forgotten to change the Neon Night B that he's just realised. I've just heard him thump the desk behind us. The Pitbulls are in town. The Bees have lost in Bristol the last 2 times, and Bristol have won on 1 occasion here this year. If the Bees have any hopes of getting into the top 8, a win on Sunday is imperative. We'll be back here. Me and Nick will be here anyway next Sunday for 4:15. Tom is off for 2 weeks because he's a slacker. But he'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. Tom, thank you for joining me as always.
Thank you for having me as ever.
Nick, thank you for doing the editing on the fly. And we will see you back here next Sunday for Bees versus Bristol. Thank you and good night.